So it hooks up to your phone.
Okay.
And you can go out and...
Okay.
All right, we're live.
So, I mean, I'm not doing it. You're doing all that.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're live.
So we're walking inside the Centene grizzly bear habitat, and the first thing you'll see is how large it is. It's actually twice the size of the old bear grottos that we had for grizzly bears that lived here for many, many years. And in addition to being a much larger, more diverse, spacious exhibit, we've added a lot of natural features. We have the natural grass, soil, obviously. We have a lot of the natural plantings that you would find in grizzly bear habitat in the wild. They're going to love this. It's going to be like candy for them. We also have a number of boulders that we actually hand-picked to put in this exhibit that we found in a facility down near Perryville, Missouri. We brought these back. We actually planted these in the ground here. We have a number of natural logs. We recycle everything here at the zoo, so any tree that we fell on the grounds, we'll keep large sections of it, like these big logs that you find here. The biggest ones, obviously, we use for the large bears, big cats, things like that. So that adds to the naturalistic experience. But in addition to that, what's really a neat feature is the fact that we were able to retain about 3/5 of the original 100-year-old historic Bear Bluffs wall. Everything on this side of the habitat has changed, disappeared. Everything behind that wall has disappeared. So we're in a yard now that has all the natural grass and everything. In the old days, this was just a concrete enclosure, but this is a much better environment for them. We also have two what we call enrichment tree trunks. This is one of them in front of us here. The keepers can actually put different enrichment items, and maybe food and maybe other non-food type items, and it'll encourage, there's some holes in the side of the trunk so the bears can actually put their paws through there. It'll encourage them to use their normal foraging behaviors to manipulate, to try to retrieve the items that we put in there. We also have a really neat waterfall feature here with kind of a shallow basin. We can step up here so you can see that. There's a shallow basin, and then there's a stream, and that spills into a deeper pool, which is right up against the glass. So this is going to be a really popular area for the bears and for our visitors to be able to get within 2 inches glass of people to the nose of the bears. And these bears, these young bears, I've learned really love water, so we think they're going to really enjoy this pool.
How deep is the pool?
That pool there is about 4 feet deep.
Okay.
So the bears are taller than that, obviously, and it's a nice, cool area for them to be comfortable.
So this is what you were talking about, the enrichment?
This is an enrichment tree trunk.
Yes.
We have 2 of these. One's a little larger than the other one. And then you can see the access point for the bears and for the keepers is in the center here. Behind this wall, there's a series of bedrooms. We have 4, we call them bedrooms, holding enclosures inside the building. And in addition to that, we actually have one that's been designed to be a maternity suite. Not that we're planning on breeding our bear of grizzlies, because our grizzly pair, right now there isn't a structured breeding program for them like we have for some of the other endangered bear species, but in the future we may need to use that. But these are much larger than what we had in the past, state-of-the-art. We have a series of cameras that you may see along the perimeter of the wall here. We have 5 cameras out here. We have a series of cameras on the inside so that we can keep track, we can monitor the bear's behavior, we can monitor our visitors' behavior, and we can record that anytime we need to do that. So there's some really neat features. And that is an air-conditioned building. It's a heated building. So everything is now state-of-the-art.
It opens to the general public on September 15th?
September 15th, yes. So we want you to come back to see it when the bears are out here.
Absolutely.
Is that enough?
Yeah. How many grizzly bears are here at the zoo?
We have a pair. We have a male and female pair that will live together. We're not planning on breeding them. So they could theoretically stay together for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, and then we have We have a bear shelter here. That was a new addition, which again gives the bears another sheltered area in inclement weather.
Yeah, that's it. We'll do one last pass through. All right, the exhibit again opens to the public on September 15th.